carefully organized. This time there will be no mistakes. The British advanced slowly, building fortified camps every night. They used cavalry, scouts, Gatling guns, and artillery. They are cautious, methodical, and overwhelming. King Cetshwayo sends desperate messages. He offers to negotiate. He offers reparations. He offers anything except the destruction of his kingdom. The British ignore him. On July 4th, 1879, the British Army reaches Ulundi, the Zulu capital. King Cetshwayo assembles his remaining warriors, around 15,000 men. They are exhausted, demoralized, but still willing to fight for their king. The British form a massive square, infantry on all sides, cavalry and artillery in the center. It is an impenetrable formation designed to maximize firepower. The Zulu charge with everything they have. They run into a storm of bullets. The Gatling guns roar. The artillery fires explosive shells. The rifles never stop. Wave after wave of Zulu warriors fall. They cannot break the square. After 90 minutes, the Zulu retreat. Over 1,500 are dead. The British suffer fewer than 100 casualties. Chelmsford orders the capital burned. Ulundi goes up in flames. The Zulu kingdom is defeated. King Cetshwayo flees into the wilderness. For weeks, he evades British patrols. But on August 28th, 1879, he is betrayed and captured. He is taken to Cape Town, paraded as a trophy, and January 22nd, 1879, the hills of Isandlwana echo with a sound the British Empire has never heard before. The thunderous war cry of 20,000 Zulu warriors moving as one. Within hours, over 1,300 British and colonial soldiers lie dead on African soil. It is the single greatest defeat of a modern European army by an indigenous African force in colonial history. But this is not a story about a single battle. This is the story of a king who refused to kneel. A military system so sophisticated it terrified the world's greatest empire. And a nation that chose to fight for its freedom, knowing the cost would be everything. This is the Anglo-Zulu War, the last stand of the warrior kingdom, and the hidden history that Britain tried to bury. For most of the world, the story of the Zulu people begins and ends with war. But the truth is far more complex. The Zulu kingdom was not simply a military wars, economy, diplomacy, and culture. A kingdom that had, in just 50 years, transformed from a small clan into one of the most formidable nations in Africa. In this documentary, we will uncover the full story of the Anglo-Zulu War of 1879. We will journey back to understand how the Zulu nation was built, who King Cetshwayo truly was, and why the British Empire saw this independent African kingdom as a threat that had to be destroyed. We will walk through the strategies, the battles, the betrayals, and the courage that defined this conflict. But more importantly, we will reveal what history books often ignore: the African perspective, the Zulu genius, and the legacy that still shapes South Africa today. This is not just a war story, this is a story about sovereignty, resistance, and what happens when an empire meets people who refuse to surrender their identity. To understand the Anglo-Zulu War, we must first understand the world it emerged from. The year is 1816. Southern Africa is a patchwork of kingdoms, clans, and chiefdoms. Among them is a small clan called the Zulu, led by a minor chief named Senzanga Kona. But Senzanga Kona has a son, an illegitimate son, exiled and humiliated, named Shaka. History will remember him as one of the greatest military minds Africa has ever produced. By 1818, Shaka has seized control of the Zulu clan. Within a decade, he transforms them into an empire. He revolutionized his warfare, creating the bullhorn formation, a tactical system that encircles enemies with devastating efficiency. He introduces the equal war, a short stabbing spear